In this video, we are going to learn about date and time in Visual Basic. First of all, let me clear that Visual Basic understand the date as MM, that stands for month, days and year. So MM, DD, YYYY is the format of date by default, which contrasts with the Indian tradition, which is the date, then the month and then the year. So you have to remember that when you are working in Visual Basic, it will be the month, date and year. With that, let's go ahead and create a new date. I'll use the dim keyword to declare a variable. I'll call this date1 and I'll declare this as date, and I'm going to assign the initial value as a new date. The keyword I am using is new, and then I am using the constructor method of this date class. Don't worry about this. We will learn about class and constructor methods and so on in further tutorials. But right now just remember that we are using this constructor method of this date class using this new keyword. What this will do is it will create a new date object and it will assign its value to our date1 variable. As you can see, Visual Studio says there are 11 methods that we can use to create a date, but right now we will use this one. In this method we will pass the year first. I'm passing 2010. The second parameter will be the month. Here month starts from 1, that means January equal to 1. In some other programming languages it starts from 0, but in Visual Basic it starts with 1. So I'm passing 1 and then we will pass the date, let's say 10th. So now let's call our output method, passing this date1 variable and click on start. When I click on run, you'll see the date. 1 is the January month, 10 is the date and 2010 is the year. In our earlier data types, we have seen literals. Well, we also can declare a date and assign a literal value to that date. Let's go ahead and create date2 as date, and to do that we will use this hash notation. So whatever date we write in between these hash will be the literal value of that date. Let's say 02 for February 20, 2010. We are saving it and let's call our output method. Run the program and here it is. So the first one is the date that we have created using this new keyword, and the second is using this literal value. We can also go ahead and create date using the parse method. So I am declaring one more date, date3 as the data type date, which will be date.parse, and as Visual Studio says, there are 3 methods that we can use here. One is the string, second is string and some format provider, and there is one more. Right now we will just pass a string, and now calling our output function. So here it is. December 20th, 2010. So this is the way we can create new dates using new keyword, using literal, or using date.parse method.